Hey guys, it's the King, and welcome back to another Clash Royale video. Before we get started with the video today, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe. If you do, you will get a legendary card in a chest very soon. Now, in today's video, we're talking about the special event, the Musketeer Challenge. And in this challenge, at 1 win, you're going to get 3 Musketeers, 2 wins, 5 Musketeers, 3 wins, 8 Musketeers, for a total of 16 Musketeers. Also, the gold is 310 gold at 3 wins, which is the exact same as a classic challenge at 3 wins. Now you can see here my very first try at this, the very first match I had a defeat, but then I went 3-0 after that. And let's take a look at what I did here. So our first choice is Rocket and Zap. I'm going to go ahead and take Zap. Wizard, Electro Wizard, I'm going to take Electro Wizard. Skeletons, Spear Goblins, I'm going to take Spear Goblins. Clone and Minions, I'm going to take Minions and give him Clone. Clone is kind of a crap card unless you have the right deck with it. So guys, as you can see, it is set up like a draft challenge, just like the Valkyrie challenge was. And these little 3-win challenges are pretty neat. I like the fact that they do this. It's a great idea by Supercell and Clash Royale to do this, I believe. Now, as far as choosing your cards, you do want to try to get a win condition card if you can. If you can get a building, that's another good thing to get. And you do want to pay attention to what you are giving your opponent. You have 4 cards that you're going to know what your opponent's going to have, which is a big advantage for you, especially if you give them cards that you can counter. And when you choose cards, you want to choose cards that can counter the other card that you've already given them, or maybe between the two. Like say you get Electro Wizard and Princess, and you take the Electro Wizard, the next cards that come up, let's say it's Arrows and Zap, you want to take the Arrows. Why? Because you just gave them the Princess, and Arrows can take the Princess out. Now, one strategy that a lot of people have is that they will try to unload all the cards that are extremely high in elixir on you, like the Golem as 8 elixir, the 3 Musketeers at 9 elixir, the Rocket at 6 elixir, not the Goblin Hut, the Barbarian Hut at 7 elixir. So they'll try to unload a bunch of these cards on you to try to make it to where you cannot even cycle, you can't play, it takes too long for you to even lay a card down. It's a good strategy, but it can also get them in trouble as well, or get you in trouble as well, because if you do that and you don't have a win condition and all you have is a lot of cheap cards, then you're not going to be able to defend. So you've got to make sure that you guys get some balance to the cards that you're choosing, and you're not going to really be able to build the exact deck that you want to build, obviously, because it's a draft, but you want to try to get some type of balance in the deck that you are building as you're getting these cards and as you're making your choices. So with that said, one thing you want to do is, if you have a choice, like you saw here in the beginning, I had a choice between Rocket and Zap. I chose Zap. Yes, Rocket probably could have helped me out at some point, and depending on what other cards I got, but you want to try to get some low elixir cards like Zap, like Ice Spirit, like Skeletons, like the Goblins, Spear Goblins. You want to have a few of those cards in your deck so that you can cycle through your cards, because your opponent, trust me guys, your opponent is going to try to unload at least 1 to 2 high elixir cards on you, and you don't want to get stuck to where, like I said before, it takes too long for your for you to be able to play a card, for you to cycle through cards. That can get you into a ton of trouble. So guys, as you can see at the end of this match, what comes through so clutch for me but the Lumberjack. And as we move on, guys, we will move on to the next match, but I just wanted to say, the way the new matchmaking system is now, they've really made it to where it's based on your highest trophy level. And so those are the people that you will get matched up with. So here for my first selection, I'm going to go ahead and take the Musketeer. I'm going to go ahead and take the P.E.K.K.A. I did need a 1 to go ahead and get a win condition. To back the P.E.K.K.A. up, I went ahead and took the Wizard. Now, it does seem like I'm taking a lot of high elixir cards, but you'll see here, because of that, I went ahead and took the Zap instead of taking the Lightning. So guys, obviously we're going to let our elixir build at the beginning of the match. Get to 10, we're going to go ahead and lay a card down. The first card I'm going to lay down is the Lava Hound. It's going to take a while to get to the other side, but I have plenty of time to defend what he's going to do here. And what does he do? The graveyard. I've got the minions, the minion horde, right off the bat to take care of that and his miner. Now I'm going to go ahead and back up the Lava Hound with the Ice Wizard to try to help out with that Musketeer. And in the meantime, look on the left side. He does zero. Nothing to really defend that, or at least he doesn't defend it very well. And so we're going to take his tower way down on the left side. We also did a lot of damage on the right side with just the Lava Hound and the Ice Wizard. So right now we're looking good. We're in great shape in this match. So here I'm going to go ahead and lay down the P.E.K.K.A., get him going up on the right-hand side. I wanted to go ahead and attack this right-hand side because, yes, I do have the left-hand side down a lot more in damage, but my left tower is also lower than my right tower. So I wanted to make sure that I pushed him to come over here to the right to do damage on this tower since my other tower was already low. So obviously you can see the Prince did his job on the left tower, and he put a defensive graveyard there, which is actually not a bad play. But now I've got the P.E.K.K.A., the minion horde, the wizard behind all of that. And guys, this is an easy 3 crown. And you know what? It's just, I just happen to have the better cards in that deck, that time for that match. So guys, we'll go ahead and go on here to the very last match. This is the last battle that got me the 3 wins. The first card I'm going to choose here is Fireball. The second card I'm going to choose here is, the second card I'm going to choose here is Zap. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Graveyard. Yes, I am giving him the Princess, but the Graveyard's a great win condition card. And I'm going to go ahead and take the Inferno Dragon as well. And so you'll see here where the Graveyard comes into play. And if you do have a choice of getting the Graveyard, I mean, personally, in my opinion, I would take the Graveyard. The Graveyard, especially in these challenges, it's just a great card to have in your hand, especially if you have the right cards to go with it. Which, yes, I know this is a draft, and you don't exactly get to choose all 8 cards, but you do get to choose the 4 cards. Again, guys, I would just take the Graveyard. It's too good of a card and too good of a legendary in these challenges to pass up. So here I'm going to go ahead and come in with the Witch and the Musketeer. I'm going to go ahead and try to get the Inferno Dragon down. It's not going to work out for me this time, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and let everything kind of reset, build up some elixir, and we'll try another push here in just a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and lay the archers down just to kind of defend all of this. He still has his cannon down. He's got his princess coming in, but I'm going to go ahead and throw my witch down to take care of the princess. She's going to get a couple of shots off. But honestly, guys, what I'm really waiting for right now is I'm waiting to be able to lay this graveyard down at the right moment. So the witch is going to go ahead and take care of his cannon. I want to get my graveyard down and throw the fireball, but I'm going to have to zap these goblins first. Now I'm going to go ahead and decide to come in with the Musketeer first because I want to try to build up more of a push. It's better to have a tank, guys. When you use the graveyard, you really want to have a tank. You want to have some type of troop there, you know, to distract the tower so that your graveyard can do a lot more work. So now we have the Musketeer, the Inferno Dragon. Now I can lay the graveyard down. He comes in with his minion horde. They are going to do a lot of work to my graveyard, but in the meantime, guys, the graveyard did a ton of damage to his left tower. All we've got to do is defend that, cycle back around. Now I know that he has not just minions, but he has minion horde as well. And when I lay my graveyard down, more than likely, what is he going to do? He's going to use his minions to try to counter the graveyard. And that's exactly what he does here. But I've got my fireball ready. Fireball all of that. And this tower, guys, is gone. This is the end of this tower. And this could be the game. So we're just going to go ahead and let our elixir build. We're going to get to 10. take this princess out. Now he's got his minion horde down. He's going to use rage. I've got the witch down, throw the musketeer down to take care of all of this stuff here. 10 seconds left, and there's not much he can do now. He doesn't have anything to get to my tower now. Throw down the graveyard just because I can, and that's the end of the match. So we get to the 3 wins. We actually complete this challenge, the Musketeer challenge, and these things are so cool. I really, like I said before in the beginning of the video, I like the fact that Clash Royale decided to do this. It's a kind of a cool little thing, and you know what, if you have the extra gems, you can get 12 or 100 in the shop. So if this is a card that you don't have and that you need, you know, you can get it. So there we go with our 310 gold, the 1 ice golem, 7 bombers. Not the best chest in the world, but hey, it's just a 3-win special event challenge. It's not like you're going to get a legendary out of this chest. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video today, and I hope that you really enjoyed this Musketeer challenge, this special event challenge. If you got 3 wins, let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't done it yet, I hope you guys all the success and best wishes getting your 3 wins in this Musketeer challenge. But most of all, guys, be well.